Good morning. I'm Roger Morgan. I'm the founder and CEO of pawTree, and I have two very special guests with me this morning to help us cover a wonderful topic that is very near and dear to our hearts. We've got Brooke Sloat, who's our Director of Product Development. Good morning, Brooke.
Good morning.
And we have Dr. Dani McVety. She is the founder and CEO of Lap of Love Veterinary Services, Hospice Services. And we are so happy to have you on this morning as well, Dani.
Thank you. So happy to be here with you guys.
We're going to have a great morning. And I know everybody who joins today is going to feel very empowered when they leave this live, because we have some wonderful questions that we've already prepared for Dani. And I know she will be a wonderful resource to help all of us as pet parents feel more confident in our pet parenting and learn some things, and we're going to have some fun too this morning. So, and speaking of fun, shall we do a drawing? Shall we give away some stuff?
Yeah.
Shall we do it?
Yeah, I think that would be great.
All right, I'm going to share my screen and show what it is we are giving away. This is our, let's see, let me just scroll up here to the top. So, in this drawing, I'm going to draw three names here shortly, and if you are selected, you can receive 2 bowls of your choice, any of these bowls. You can receive a bed of your choice, or one of these blankets, any of these beds or any of these blankets. You can select at your choice, and they're all—
wait, Roger, you're giving away beds?
Beds,
oh my
blankets,
gosh, wow.
Bowls. You got it, Brooke. So
wow,
very, very exciting. We've got, we already had some winners earlier this morning. We will be doing drawings every hour on the hour. So the only thing you have to do to be eligible for this drawing is to place an order. So purchase something from pawTree today or become a pet pro today. Your name will go in the drawing, and we'll be drawing more names at every one of these sessions. We'll be here all day doing this. Okay, so are you guys ready? Karen has drawn the names, and she just texted them to me. We have, our winners are Danielle Cantu from Wyoming. Congratulations, Danielle. Marissa Colho from Massachusetts, and Joan Hutchings from Florida. There you go, you guys. Congratulations.
wow, you guys. Congratulations.
New bed or blanket or a couple of beautiful bowls, and compliments of pawTree. And we're just glad that you could join us on this fun day, this special day, as we self-declared it pawTree Day, and we are going to pawTree America today with all kinds of wonderful information and tips and fun and prizes. So with that, why don't we jump in? And I thought it might be fun, before we turn it over to you, Brooke, to ask some questions of Dr. Dani. I thought it might be fun to show everybody our brand new video on the topic that's relevant right now, which is allergies. We have a short video. It's about a 1-minute video. This is the first time we've ever played it, the first time we've ever aired it. And so let me share my screen here. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to go to our YouTube channel, and hopefully everybody can see this. And I'm going to play this video about allergies.
Itchy pets. Their scratching may mean that they have an allergy or an intolerance to something. It actually could be something they breathe in, come in contact with, or even ingest.
Between seasonal allergies and food allergies, seasonal allergies are much more prevalent. If your pet has either seasonal or food allergies, you may see red and itching skin, constant chewing or licking of their feet, skin that's hot to the touch, and red, inflamed, waxy, or smelly ears. There are many treatments for allergies, from shots to prescription medications, but they often come with side effects or stop working over time.
A better option is an all-natural solution with ingredients that help your pet's allergy symptoms go away. pawTree's Allergy Support Plus contains a combination of natural herbs that are highly effective at relieving itch, reducing the heat and inflammation, and calming the skin so your pet can be more comfortable.
just having a solution, because I think as a pet owner, often we're like, I don't know what to do. So having an option to give her something before we take that next step has been wonderful.
pawTree's Allergy Support Plus is a natural supplement and safe to give your pets every day. It's time to ditch that itch.
Well, there you have it. Our in a nutshell, I think that does a really nice job teeing up the topic for today. And I know it's a topic that most of us as pet parents, I mean, obviously, a lot of us as humans deal with allergies in our own lives or our families' lives, and it's no different for our pets. So with that, Brooke, let me turn it over to you and let you ask our wonderful, wise expert, Dr. Dani, some questions on this topic.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Roger. And Dani, this is a great topic because we get questions about allergies all the time. It's very common. My pet itches. What's going on with my pet, right? So what we always say first and foremost is you need to rule out that it's not something more serious before we talk about things that we might be able to help you with. So we always say, please go talk to your vet. Try and rule out if there's a drug interaction or a bacterial infection or any kind of disease. But once something more serious is ruled out, we can focus on making their BFF much happier and less itchy. So with that said, pets that itch, why do they itch?
Itching really comes from, obviously a irritation of the skin, right? At the bottom of it, that's what it comes from. So why is the irritation affecting the skin? I'm going to start with a story. So when I was doing emergency medicine, this wonderful, sweet lady came in and she had a husky. Now, huskies, I have no idea why people have huskies in Florida, but they do. So she had this husky, very well taken care of, loved, wonderful owner. So she said that she was giving her dog a bath. And when you give the dog a bath, it started bleeding from his neck. She's like, I had no idea what happened. So I looked and I said, does he have fleas? And she's like, oh my gosh, no, he does not have fleas. Like never have we ever had fleas in my house. So I took him to the back, we're looking, and sure enough, I saw a little bit of what we call flea dirt, which is the flea poop, if you will. And fleas, they drink blood, and then when they poop it out, if you take these little, it looks like dirt, and then if you put it on a piece of paper or a tissue, drop water on it, and then you can actually see it kind of looks like blood, like a ring forms around it. So I shaved a little bit of the husky's neck, and sure enough, there was a ton of flea dirt on her neck. And this owner she was beside herself. She's like, we've never had fleas in my house. So I say that because about 50% of the time, the itching is actually coming from fleas. So when we look at why this is happening, there's many, many different reasons, but when it comes to fleas, they are allergic to the saliva and the flea bite. So even one flea bite can cause them to be very allergic. Typically, it's behind the ears, on the base of the tail, or on the neck, or then sometimes on the abdomen also. So there you go. That's 50% of really why they get very itchy. But then there's also a lot of other reasons. So there can be some drug interactions, like you said, Brooke. There can also be some fungal diseases or bacterial diseases. Demodex here in Florida is a very, very common it's a little parasite that actually holds on to the hair follicles and can cause them to be very itchy. Demodex is like when you see those rescue pictures of dogs that have had amazing transformations, all their hair's gone, then it comes back. That's typically Demodex. It goes untreated and then it just goes all over the body. So there are some common things, and I'm going to use another phrase that one of my professors used to say, which is treat the treatable. So all the time, a lot of times people want to say that it could be this crazy thing, it could be that crazy thing. Well, there are crazy things out there that don't have any treatment options. But when it comes to fleas and then bacterial or fungal or parasitic things, those are very, very treatable. So that's why we say go to your veterinarian, have it checked out. So that's kind of a little broad view.
And then just out of curiosity, when they get fleas, one thing that's really interesting to me is that the number one thing, if they have fleas, and we're not going to judge. It's not that you have a dirty home or that they're it's like telling your child or a parent that their child has lice, right? It has nothing to do. Fleas happen, but the main thing is to get those fleas out of the home, off of any other pets. So the pets are bathed, right? And they mop the floors and they vacuum and get rid of everything because those fleas can hop back on, right?
Oh yeah. And not only that, the flea eggs can live in the environment for up to 11 months. So, and the eggs are actually, the eggs will drop off and then they'll sit on the carpet. The eggs will just sit in the carpet, and then they're, whenever there's agitation, so a pet walking past or somebody walking on the carpet, that can incite them to open up, and then now you've got more fleas. So I always tell families, I live in Florida. I deal with this conversation all the time. I do have a parent. I'm still dealing with this conversation all the time. People call me. It's probably 70 to 80% of the treatment of fleas is the environment. You have to have somebody come in. You have to get termite people. You have to spray the yard. We even had a very good friend of mine. Her dog just boom got fleas one day, and she had been walking her dog around the neighborhood, and she's like, "But I've had the same path for 5 years. Why do I now have fleas?" Well, one of her neighbors had their child or something come home with a dog. The dog brought fleas onto that yard, and now all of a sudden, just walking through that yard, now they have fleas. So it's something that is very, very common, and that's why we talk about it so much. Is because you have to treat the outside, inside, and the pet.
Right.
I know there are many topics related to allergies, but since we've spent some time talking about fleas, if I could, I actually went to our YouTube page, and if I could share my screen for just a second here while we're on the topic of fleas, I think there's a very relevant video that we have on fleas. This is on our YouTube page, but let me.
What a lot of people do is they see a flea on their pet and they'll spray the pet down and then get frustrated because a week or two later they'll see more on there and think that it's not working. So if you really want to manage a flea problem, you can't just treat the pet, you also have to treat the environment.
So the pawTree flea and tick spray is a wonderful way to use natural essential oils.
Buying flea and tick sprays and solutions over the years for my long-haired dogs, it's always been kind of a problem for me because the bottles tell me I can't touch it. So it bothers me thinking of putting that on my animal itself.
It's clove, peppermint oil, and sodium laurate, which is a great way to spritz it on their coat before they go out into a tick-infested area.
I use the flea and tick spray. It has like a really nice peppermint, soft scent, and it seems to be doing really well and got us through one of the hardest parts of the summer.
Having a product that you can not only use on your pet, but also on the bedding, on your carpeting, on your upholstery, all the places where those little eggs and larvae like to hide, is really key to managing the flea infestation.
All right, I just thought that was very appropriate given what you're talking about, Dani, and I know there's other topics with allergies, but fleas, especially at this time of year, I guess, and depending on the country, the part of the country you're at.
Oh yeah.
It can be, as you're commenting in Florida, it's a big problem.
Yes. Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
So fleas are huge. And there's other things, right, that people or that pets can have allergies or intolerances to. So what are some of those things that will cause those itching?
There are, and then, but besides the other things that we talked about, like bacterial, fungal, or Demodex, I think that obviously with pawTree, one of the main topics that we can't overlook is food allergies. And the one thing I can say about food allergies is that it's very, very itchy. So it's extremely itchy, kind of on the itch scale. It's really up there, but we tend to think it's the most common thing that happens, but it's really not. It's extremely uncommon, maybe 1 or 2% of the time. So typically what pets do is they become allergic to a novel protein in that food. Maybe they were exposed to it, many, many years ago, and then now they have it again, and then boom, there's this outbreak. So, I don't want to overstress the fact that yes, it is very itchy, but it's not as common as we typically think. Sometimes people think that, okay, it's dairy or corn or wheat or soy or something like that. And yes, those are, they can be allergic to those. They can be allergic to the proteins in the food. But again, it's not this, huge problem like we typically feel. If somebody does have a pet that is itchy, I would, instead of immediately trying to switch their food, I would instead do a couple other things. Number one is the salmon oil drops, and then the other allergy tablets. I'm sorry, I forget what they were that you had up there earlier. Yeah, allergy support. It wasn't that far off. Come on, I got half of it. So start with those. Instead of removing the food that they're on, start with those and try to hydrate the skin. Essential oils and the essential oils are just amazing for the skin. The salmon oil, the omegas, we've talked about that at the last pawTree event last year. Those are so amazing for the skin, but you have to give it consistently, and you have to give it for a certain amount of time. It's not like a drug where you're going to see an immediate reaction within a couple of minutes or an hour or so. You need to give it 14 to 20 days and really let that build up in the skin. And again, it's something that I have my own dogs on it. If my poodle would wake up, I would bring her over here. She's got fantastic hair. So, it's a fantastic support for the skin. I'm going to say two other things about the itchy dogs is that number one, there's a misnomer out there that you can't give your bath a dog every day. That's not really exactly true. It's the same as us. Like we shouldn't wash our hair every day. I'm sure, Roger, you have fantastic hair. You probably don't wash your hair every single day, but if you did, it's really not that big of a deal. My husband deals with, really bad dandruff, and he does actually make sure that he shampoos his hair every single day with medicated shampoo. So it's not that big of a deal. And in fact, hydrating the skin, letting that shampoo or that medicated shampoo or conditioner sit on your pet's skin for about 10 minutes, that contact time that we're taught in vet school, that contact time is very important. And hydrating the skin, what that does is that increases the itch threshold for the pet. So meaning it allows them more relief before that itchiness starts to happen again. So hydrate the skin, keep that skin, very, very, just very hydrated. I don't have another word for it. And then the second thing I want to say is that there's also this kind of a scare tactic that I think some industries have used against drugs, i.e. against steroids when it comes to skin. I live in Florida. Okay, this happens frequently. There's a lot of environmental itchiness, that occurs around the year. So I don't want to immediately tell you that steroids are bad. Yes, long-term use of steroids is not something that we want to do, but there are pets that get immediate relief from steroids, and then you can get behind the other issues that are causing that itchiness. So don't, people that ask you these things, that steroids are bad. Yes, long-term steroid use is bad. Absolutely. You guys, long-term use of any drug is bad. Long-term use of Lipitor and all these other, it's not great for you. So let's understand what drugs are for. They're for immediate, itchy relief so that you can get ahead of that itchiness, calm the pet down, give them some relief, and not allowing people to go for that immediate relief can sometimes be very, very just, hurtful to the pet in general. So again, I just don't want you guys to be scared of steroids or just scared of using them for a short amount of time. I don't want somebody using them for days and days and days at a time, but a day or two for relief is not that big of a deal. So I just had to share those.
No, I appreciate you saying that, because when I've had issues, my vet will usually try and do some sort of a steroid or some sort of a short-term just to stop the itching. I will tell you this, that we have some other, products that we always recommend. Okay. We have an arsenal of products for allergy. So we have our Skin Support Plus. This is fabulous because what you can do is it absolutely alleviates the itch right away. So you can spray it on, right away, or you can spray it on your hand and then rub it on your pet. It's non-stinging, so it's not going to hurt them. But if you spray it, that might, surprise them a little bit, right? Exactly. And then you mentioned the salmon oil drops, and we also have our Wild Alaskan salmon oil. We have both of these, and these are fabulous for the omega-3s. Studies have shown, I just read this, that the number one reason for flakiness in pets is a lack of omega-3s.
Yeah.
So if you start using, I always get this wrong. If you start using the salmon oil, that you'll start seeing more immediate results. And then this stuff is this allergy support. This has saved me. I have a dog that's actually allergic to 21 seasonal things. Okay, 21. She gets shots, she gets everything. But if I don't give her these Allergy Support Plus chews, she sleeps with me, my bed starts shaking every single night and she wakes me up. So these things work so well, but it just takes a little bit to just get into their system. So as I said, we've got an arsenal of stuff, and I'm seeing some comments here of people who are using some of these things and basically saying, the same things, that these things really, really help their pets.
And I just want to say the flea and tick spray also, I have that as well. And it's fantastic. It's great. You can spray it on their belly, and I just love it. And a little side thing too, the salmon oil, all salmon oil can cause a little bit of a, salmon breath sometimes. So I love the peppermint spray behind it. You can kind of mask it a little bit, it's got a great little arsenal going. It's fantastic.
That's right.
Yeah, well, and actually, I'm glad you brought that up, because liquid, real pure salmon oil definitely will have, especially if they have a beard, it might, remain on their beard and their breath. That's why we introduced the salmon oil drops, which are chews. And because of the way it's processed, you don't have as much of a fishy. It really eliminates the fishy smell. Pure is best. So I always say do the oil. I call it liquid gold. But if but some salmon oil is better than no salmon oil, right?
Yes.
So,
on this topic of liquid gold, if you don't mind, I know this one I've got multiple videos because we have multiple topics that products that address these issues. But if we could jump over to YouTube again, I may just while you guys are on this topic, I'm going to share my screen here and go to our YouTube channel, and here we go. And let's take a look. I think we've got about a 1-minute video here on the salmon oil.
Our mothers were right when they said, take your fish oils. It does help your entire body. It gives you a vitality. It works on the cellular level. It works to the outside. You see it in the skin and coat of your pet.
Wild Alaskan salmon oil is a magnificent source of omega-3 fatty acids that are necessary for almost every function in your dog's body.
Wild Alaskan salmon oil contains EFAs, essential fatty acids. They help in many things in the body, but one of the most important is in the skin.
One of the benefits of the pawTree wild-caught salmon oil is that salmon oil is made specifically for pets and of the highest quality.
Her coat has just been amazing. It's so soft. When I put the wild Alaskan salmon oil on Molly's food, I was amazed at how she loved it and would eat it right up. So I felt, really good that I was giving her something healthy that was going to benefit her as well.
Okay, so
awesome, Roger. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Just to kind of supplement these conversations, and before we leave, I'll let you guys keep going. But before we leave, I'll also share the Skin Support Plus. You've mentioned that. We've got a video for that, but
I'm going to just mention one more thing that we forgot, because you need to take care of everything. Dani, you mentioned the ears. You mentioned the back of the ears, right? For the fleas, we also have our ear wash and ear dry. And this stuff is phenomenal because basically if your dog is scratching, itching his ears, the ears are yeasty, or they're red, they're greasy, they're smelly. This stuff takes care of it in no time. And it's so easy to do. You just put in the ear wash, you rub the base, massage the base of the ear, then you put the ear dry and it dries out the ear. And the net is your pet will be fine within a few days. It's so easy to take care of them. And you don't have all the expense of, having to go to the doctor, other than to rule out an issue, a serious issue. You can manage with some of these things at home as well. So love these products. Do you want to go ahead and show the Skin Support?
Sure. Okay.
Is there anything more that you want? Is there anything more about allergies? We talked about food. We talked about seasonal.
And I was going to say one more thing. So where the pet is itching is a very important piece of the whole puzzle. So especially here in Florida, again, pets will walk through grass and then they'll come back in and then they'll lay down on their bed and then they'll lay down like this, and then they might lick their paws also. So a lot of the times the paws get itchy and then their bellies get a little bit itchy too. So that's what we call contact allergy. That's where they're coming in contact. My daughter's here doing homeschool, sneezing on cue for the allergy.
Love it.
I know. That again, where pet is itchy is very, very important to the entire piece of the puzzle. So sometimes we'll start thinking about, is it, did you change laundry detergent recently? Did you walk into a separate part of the yard recently? Something like that. Maybe they're coming in contact with something different than they've normally been in contact. But the spray, the Skin Support Plus spray, if they're itching their paws, spray that on, wipe, and actually before that step, take a baby wipe their paws and then spray it on, or spray it onto a wipe and then wipe it on also. So that's a really nice way to get that into the little crevices and crevices of the paws. So okay,
great tip. No, great tip, Dani. Thank you. That's awesome.
Okay, so let me go ahead and share again, and we'll play the short Skin Support Plus video. And this is again back to our YouTube channel. We've got all kinds of great videos here, but let's take a look at this one.
pawTree Skin Support Plus is a wonderful formula, a spray that helps to soothe the skin at its surface. It contains tea tree oil, chamomile, and aloe, which are well known to soothe the skin, especially from irritations from over itching, irritations from excoriations from contact. Anytime there's a skin abrasion, the pawTree spray is a wonderful way to heal the skin.
With the Skin Support Plus, another great part about it is that it's natural. It's safe to use on gray seeds, so that makes us feel really good.
Nowadays, my clients are looking for a more natural and holistic way to treat their problems. Skin Support Plus is just that. It's an easy-to-apply spray that calms down the inflammation in our pet's skin, making them much more comfortable.
Awesome. I see Dani brought her baby in.
Ah.
Look how sweet.
Yeah. This is what we did on quarantine with the kids.
Oh, I love it.
Do the kids have pink hair too?
No, well, actually, yeah, my daughter did for a little bit. It just washes right out.
Oh, that's adorable.
Dani, I wanted to, someone, Karen Kearney had written in and she has a question, and she said, when giving our pets these products and the pets are on medications, is it advisable to give the supplements a few hours before or after the medication? So do you need to spread out some of the timing of this stuff? What do you think?
Because pawTree's products are so natural, there's really no need to spread them out unless your doctor has requested that the medication be given on an empty stomach. So there are certain medications that are absorbed better on empty stomachs, and they will tell you. And there are some medications concurrently that are better absorbed with food. So make sure that whatever medication the pet is being put on, that you follow the doctor's directions. But as far as these supplements go, they're so natural. They are completely, just put together in a way that is supportive of the body. So there's really no need to be concerned about that.
Yeah, that is perfect. And I'm trying to scan through to see if there's anything else question-wise. I mean, Dani, you've been fabulous. You've given us some great information and some awesome tips. I've learned from you today. So thank you so much.
Well, I know we're very richly blessed to have this time with you, Dr. Dani, and we appreciate you providing the time. And Brooke, while you scan to see if there are any other last questions, I'll just maybe kind of share a couple wrap-up thoughts. One is, as the founder and CEO of pawTree, we have an amazing vision statement that really drives everything we do at pawTree, and that is to create a world filled with unconditional love where pets and their people thrive. And I hope what you've seen today in the 30 minutes that we've had with Dr. Dani is, not only her wonderful insights and her education that she's brought to help our pets thrive and help our people thrive, but also as you've kind of watched these testimonials, I've seen a lot of people comment in the comments and share their experiences with many of these products that are all natural. They're totally safe. They're absolutely holistic. They're wonderful solutions that really do help our pets thrive and help people thrive in the process. Because when we help our pets solve these terrible issues of allergies, we feel good. We either are less burdened and bothered ourselves, or we just feel good that we've helped our pet family the same way we feel good when we help someone else. And so That really is at the heart of what we do. And I hope you have learned something today to help you feel more empowered as a pet parent. And the last thing I'll say, if you've got any issues that we've brought up today, any of these issues, fleas, ear itchy, itching on bellies, food allergies, seasonal allergies, hot spots, etc. Any of these things we talked about, I invite you to try our products. Just try them. Go online, order them, and see for yourself if they make a difference. And if they do, it honestly is it's a win. There's no lose scenario here, because if the products work for you, you'll be so grateful, and so will your pet. You will thrive, and so will your pet. And if they don't work, we give you all your money back. We have a 100% satisfaction guarantee. So I invite you, go online, purchase some products, try them with your pet families, and let us know how they work. And I'm very confident that you will see that we do help pets and people thrive through this wonderful vision and this incredible product line that Brooke and so many others have helped to bring to light that can help us to help our pets thrive. So with that, Brooke, any other questions that you saw that we need to ask?
I am just seeing huge shout outs for Dani. They love you, Dani. Someone said that they want to move to Florida and have you be their vet.
You don't want that.
Yeah.
You don't want me to be your vet.
That's right.
But, no, it's just lots of shout outs. There was one comment on here about, just to clear up, Krista, you were correct. Flea and tick is for dogs and cats. The only thing that cats can't have is the skin support spray. So that's just to clear this up. But other than that, Dani, you've been just fabulous. Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. You've been great.
Let me give another shout out to Dani, and also for those who have enjoyed listening to Dani, she will be back at noon Central today, along with 3 other veterinarians. We'll have a panel. And at that time, Dr. Dani's specialty, she is the founder and CEO of Lap of Love Veterinarian Services. And it's a wonderful, incredible, beautiful service that she provides to people through many, many veterinarians all around the country. It's an incredible service, and she really is, that's her expertise is end-of-life care, and there's some wonderful, beautiful experience that she's had there. So if you have any questions about that topic or any others, bring them at noon Central. We'll have Dr. Dani along with 3 other of our veterinarians on our advisory council. And next hour at the top, in about 30 minutes, I hope you'll come back and join me. We will do another drawing for some more beds and bowls and blankets. And if you would like to be in that drawing for those free prizes, all you need to do is place an order with us today, anytime today, and your name will go into the drawing for all the drawings for the day, or become a pet pro with us today. And that's the topic that we will be discussing at the top of the next hour at 11 o'clock Central. And I will have with me a wonderful guest, Elke Bostwick, who is one of our top leaders in the entire country. She's an incredible pet pro. She has been building an income for herself through sharing these products with others. And she'll be here to tell us how that has impacted her life, how she's impacted so many other lives. And if you or anybody you know is looking for an income opportunity, especially in light of COVID-19 and some of the challenges that's created on financial pressures for families, if you have any desire to earn some income by sharing our products, you won't want to miss the next live. And that is, again, 11 o'clock Central. So until then, Dr. Dani, we'll see you back at noon. Brooke will see you back at noon. And I hope I see everybody back here at 11 o'clock Central with our next guest, Elke Bostwick. Thanks, everybody.
Perfect.
Thank you. Bye.